So hello and welcome to my channel, and today we're gonna have the final video in that sequence to make the fully functional Fallout terminal. And in that video I will share to you how to paint it in the same manner as I did. I share to you the exact recipe of the paint, the exact mate of the paint, and all the technique, all the effects and all the washes I used for my work. So let's gonna look how I did it. Plus, in the end of that video, I will share to you 3 STL files for some props I used in that composition in the final assembly. So let's gonna look how to make it your own.
And let's start painting. I have the all parts primered and I have selected electronics inside here. For the base color I'm using enamel light green color, you can replace it by the vallejo light olive color, and then I'm adding little bit yellow olive to make it more greenish color. And then simply applying that color for the entire surface of the tabletop by brush. If you want to use airbrush, please do. For the bottom part I'm using the same base color, but I'm adding there a little bit dark green. And I'm using the same darkish color to paint both drawers. Table base color is ready, let's wait until it dry. For the terminal body I tried to follow the reference, you can see the image now, and I'm using the electric blue color together with the wolf grey. When I need a little bit more darker tone, I'm adding there dark sea grey. And then again, simply applying that paint mix to the entire surface of the terminal. When base color is ready, let's wait until it totally dry. Now base color for both pieces are dried, and the buttons are still functionable, what is definitely good news. Drawers of the table have little bit darker tone, and the tabletop little bit lighter. Again, follow the reference, I applied the dark sea grey color to the frame around the screen. Next step is to add some color variation to the table, and now I'm using the mix of the dark green and the khaki color. In addition to brush, I will use the sponges, the manicure sponge and the dishwasher sponge. I'm trying to apply this lighter tone to the upper part of our pieces. Same rule applied to the faces of drawers. Main approach here is just to follow the laws of physics and lighten those areas that have been faded in the light and where dust and dirt have settled. You can use the sponge to make the smoother transition and brush for more sharp edges. I'm using the same technique for the tabletop, and I'm applying the pure light green color for it. You should get dust and dirty look in the end of that process. Using chainmail metallic paint, I coloring the handles of the drawers. Finally, dark sea grey color used to color the legs of the table. Then I emulate paint chips and the scuffs on the tabletop. And I'm using this same dark sea grey color and applying that by the sponge on the sharp edges of the table. And again trying to make them logically. As the example, the place where operator is sitting expect to be the most damaged. After that, doing same with the drawers. And again the same logic, the edges and some of the inner side expect to be the most damaged. Try not to overwork on it, like I did. I'm using this small piece of the sponge inside the holder of the brush hair to work through the very tiny pieces. Before going to the next stage, which is going to be enamels, I am applying matte varnish to the entire surface of the table. Then it's going to be my very favorite step to make look, that furniture looks real. I'm using this Streaking Grime enamel by AK. And remember that it is the enamels, so you shall not use any water to dissolve it, use white spirit, that one from the AK or any other. And I'm simply drawing the streaks on the surfaces, again following the physics rules where the dust and dirt expect to come from. That shall not be very precise, that shall not be very thick, just drawing them like that. For the tabletop I'm using the same technique and just applying some of that streaking grime on the surface. Let it dry for around 5-10 minutes before the next stage. And then I'm using the soft brush, and with the help of the white spirit I wash off the paint from the top to bottom, just as the drips are formed. Most of the paint will be washed out, but the rest would be looks like the realistic strips. I'm doing the same with all the surfaces of the drawers. On the tabletop I'm doing the same thing, using the soft brush and the paper towel, making the transitions soft and realistic. You have enough time to make it as you want to make it look like, as dry, not too fast. So thus we get our realistically looking streaks and strips and the dirty overall look. Actually we're done with the painting and let it dry for around a couple hours to proceed further. Then I start weathering off the terminal screen and I apply chainmail color by the sponge to the sharp edges of the terminal to imitate scratches and cracks of the surface paint. And then doing same with the screen frame. Then I make it even more sharp by the brush and highlight the edges one more time. Painting scratches by the very thin brush. When paint is fully dry, we need to give some volume to the details, and I'm using panel line dark brown by Tamiya and simply touching the keyboard. By the capillary effect it's sucked into the recesses. If that is extra paint, I wipe it out by the tissue. And doing the same with the other recesses to highlight them, like the ventilation grill of the top, some kind of the bolts, nuts and other notches, grooves and other recesses. Then I decide to apply a little bit rust, and I use Galvanic corrosion color and apply that around some of the bolts head and some other places. And again main task not to overwork on it, thus excessive corrosion looking really bad. Actually we're done with the painting and let it dry for around a couple hours to proceed further. So, and I have assembled all together. Here in the drawer I have all the power arrangements and the power distribution system. I have installed the lamp of the tabletop and connected the terminal. I have the USB Type-C port available here to update the software, and on the other side you can see all the cables and you can see the charging port. And surprisingly the terminal even still working and we can switch it on. The booting is started and we have all those menus. Here in description you can find the video how to make the same terminal by your own. Then I prepare a couple boxes of the assets and props. Here you can see the tool, the cans and some bottle there. And another box with some bigger parts and details. Let's try to use them to make our final composition. In the beginning I try just to put them on the top of the surface and understand the further layout and to visualize how the final setup will looks like. When I'm satisfied with the layout and the setup, I'm using the PVA glue to make this layout solid. And I started with the drawing. I make it wet by the regular water, apply some PVA glue And then using the metallic toothpick, I'm damaging all the edges of the paper, making them uneven, damaged, and looks realistic, like that. Then when the drawing placed on its place in the correct and the final manner, I'm applying Tamiya panel liner here and there to make it more realistically and, you know, looks very old. Then I'm proceeding with all other pieces and I'm just gluing them up to the tabletop by the PVA glue. And actually work is ready. As usual, you can find all the STL models in the description. Thank you for watching, I hope that it would be helpful for your further projects, and if you want to support my project, please click a like and the subscribe button, and see you in next videos. Thank you and bye bye.